Be Joyful Church. Great to be with you. We are picking up in verses 6 and 7 again of chapter 1 of 1 Peter. And we're going to see today the first of two reasons that Peter suggests that people experience trials. And again, Peter wants to encourage these people. The Romans are beginning the persecution phase, and they need to understand this joy of salvation, but also the where and why and what of trials. So look with me here. He says, in the salvation you rejoice, though now for a little while, if necessary, you've been grieved by various trials, so that the tested genuineness of your faith, more precious than gold that perishes though it is tested by fire, may be found to result in praise and glory and honor at the revelation of Jesus Christ. So you see right there at the beginning, this is the first reason for these trials. It's to test the genuineness of our faith. I had to admit, there are times that I wish the genuineness of my faith was really something that needed to be considered. But without getting too deep, I think it makes sense to us that we experience this kind of refining. You think of someone who says, hey, I want to get in shape. I'm getting in shape this season. And then they do nothing because the road ahead is too long. It's too difficult. There's a process of refinement that goes along with moving forward. And it just makes sense to the human condition. We get that. And walking with God is not a lot different in many ways. We have a choice between following Christ and not following Christ. And when we choose that, when we choose to follow him, there will be refinement. The cool thing is that it says at the end, the result will be that something rough is converted into something beautiful. Just when he's talking about this gold that is refined and the impurities are pulled off, and what's left is something really beautiful and precious. And that's the metaphor that Peter wants to use to describe this, and it's one that goes really throughout Scripture. But gold is temporary. It's a material thing. But our refined faith, he says, is something that's eternally precious, that it lasts forever, and thus it's worth it. It's worth what we go through in order to progress in knowing Jesus better. So for your journal, how have trials refined your faith? Look back and see how God's used trials to refine you. Are you in the midst of trials right now? What are they? Can you see the value of how God's using them? And what do you need to say to God about any of this? Talk to him about it. All right. Thanks for being with me. See you later.